We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. We'll start with an invocation from Debbie Voss. Debbie.
Father, I thank you so much for all those that are here and that are working to make this a good place to live. I thank you for your protection here in Rensselaer. And Lord, I ask that your Holy Spirit would move in this meeting and in this city. I ask, Father, that you would help us to make good decisions and to follow you better. I ask for these things in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you. Start with the roll call.
Mayor Jeff Phillips.
Here.
Clerk Treasurer Shelby Keys. Here. Council members Russ Overton.
Here.
Evan Arnold.
Here.
Noel Weiser. Here. Jeff Rayburn. Here. And Ernest Watson Jr.
Here.
City Attorney Todd Sammons.
Here.
Building Commissioner Jacob Hall.
Here.
Cemetery Caretaker Joe Effinger.
Here.
Fire Chief Kenny Hahn.
Here.
Police Chief Matt Anderson.
Here.
Utility Office Manager Heather Smart. Here. Manager of Electric Operations Heath Malone.
Here.
Park Superintendent Heather Hall. Here. Street, Water, Sewer, Sanitation Superintendent Bryce Black.
Here.
Gas Superintendent Todd Wilson.
Here.
And Assistant Superintendent Josh Eldridge.
Here. All right, Council, you were afforded the minutes of our last meeting. How would you like to act on the minutes?
Make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, thank you, Council. This is a time for citizens' comments at this point. If there is anybody in the audience that would like to address the council, now would be the time to do so. Donnie, you're up.
Just say my name and address.
Yeah, name and address if you could. And keep it as brief as we can.
Okay, my name is Dottie Warwick, and I live at 322 South Sunset Drive, Rensselaer. And I just want to present to the council that at my condo at 436 South Kittery Drive, we have a feral cat problem. And last October, I wrote a letter to Jasper County Animal Shelter, and she went to the residents that the issue is at. And so nothing really got resolved. So I went to the police, the city police, and they gave me an ordinance that you're not supposed to have. You're supposed to keep your animals within your property. Okay. So, but now she's claiming they're not her cats. But she raises the garage door about that much during the day and lets these cats out. But at night, my security camera is picking up all these cats going across my driveway. So I also have the ordinance for Jasper County ordinance. So I think starting tomorrow, I'm going to file a police report on these people. Do you want copies of these?
You just get to the police department, they'll be able to take care of it.
I just want you to know this has been going on for a long, long time.
Okay. So
And
it's
she
Kittery
thinks-
Drive area where it's at?
Right, on Swartzel.
Okay. Call in to the police department and chief or somebody there will help you out with that. We'll get that
Just
moving. We'll get our end moving, we'll put it that way.
okay.
All right?
I mean, she thinks she's doing a favor for these cats, but she can't afford spade or neutering. And I didn't know if you had a fund for that.
I think the animal control shelter does.
Okay. But, you know, they told me it's not really a county problem, it's a town problem. So,
Yes and no. We work hand in hand with them on these problems, so we'll take care of it.
thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else that would like to address the council? Hearing none, we'll start with our agenda. First is the ADA Title VI review. Jill, come on up. Glad to see you.
Good evening, board. Happy to be here. We have an item on the agenda. It's a master services agreement that, and then the first task order that goes with that agreement. This is, we decided to set this up. We've done a couple projects now at the city. The asset management plan and PASER ratings, followed by a successful CCMG application, and then we've done the plans and specifications for that work, and construction will be starting next week. So Bryce had reached out and asked if I could help with updating the ADA and Title VI compliance documents, and I'm more than happy to help with that. So that's what that task order is. And the master services agreement, by approving that, as more of these little items come up, you can reach out to us at Lockmuir and we can make another task order for any of the other engineering work that might come around. And I would anticipate we would do this for the next CCMG application, putting together, submitting the asset management plan to LTAP by December in order to get that funding, those kinds of items. And then any other engineering that you'd like us to do for you. So I'm happy to answer any questions.
All right, any questions for Jill? So what's the not to exceed amount?
I think it's $2,100 for the ADA.
Okay. Then, council, any questions about it? We got a little bit behind the year before, so we're trying to stay a little ahead of it this year.
These are documents that are they've always been required for federal funding, but they're starting to really pay more attention to it. So it's a really easy document to update, so we'll get it done and you'll be all set.
I think we found that out with our last grant through NDOT, that they are paying closer attention to it. So appreciate you guys getting out in front of this. Council, any questions? If not, would someone like to make a motion that the mayor be allowed to sign the task order, not to exceed $2,100?
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
Been a motion and a second to allow the mayor to sign the task order for the ADA Title VI with Lockmuir Group. I almost want to say engineering, but all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
All right,
Thank you.
We'll
We'll
get
get
to
that
work
stuff
on
to
it.
you right away.
Okay.
All right. Next on our agenda is Resolution 09-2026. Mr. Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. The May tracker of 0.3967 is an increase of 0.4086. So we have an increase of 41 cents.
For how many cubic feet?
100 cubic feet.
Okay. Per cubic feet. Just before we vote on it too, Baker Tilly is going to address the council next month.
Yes, next month.
Next month on whether you want to go quarterly or monthly. So they'll hopefully give us, they're going to go look at our last 3 years of history, find out if the quarterly is positive or negative, and hopefully those quarterly ones will smooth out some of the rougher months like we had in January where everybody got sticker shock.
Yeah.
So we'll have the council make that decision in June, hopefully, based off of Mr. Wilson's recommendation, I should say. All right, is there a motion to approve the gas tracker?
I'd make a motion to approve the gas tracker.
I'll second.
Been a motion and a second to approve Resolution 09-2026. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All right. Anyone opposed? Thank you, council. Next is a PR fund request. We have our 10th year anniversary for the art murals coming up. I'm just asking council's permission to buy dinner for the artists who are in town for the whole week. We would use a PR fund not to exceed $500 would be an awful lot of money, but I thought it'd be nice for us as a city to give them a little bit of benefit compared to what they've done for us throughout the 10 years.
Now, are they coming here to touch up?
Oh, no, we got a list. We have a long list. Eagles will be one of the buildings that gets done, along with the old pub building, I believe is one of them also that they're going to do. And then they have some other touch-ups that they're going to do. I think Mr. Byers' business and the business here on the corner that just got tuck pointed. So they'll touch up that one too. So we should have artists again in here from all over the world, not just the country. So interesting stuff, and the mayor's breakfast is this Saturday, and I'll be mentioning that also to all the other mayors in the state of Indiana at the mayor's breakfast at the Brickyard. So we're looking forward to June 27th celebration.
We'll make the motion.
Been a motion and a second to approve the PR fund request for Artists Dinner the week of June 22nd through 27th. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right. Thank you, council. Next is 7th Street Road acceptance. Josh?
Mayor,
Yes?
just sorry to interrupt you. You also had on there city picnic.
It is also put on. Oh, thank you so much. So, Angie from the gas department wanted to know if we wanted to allow up to $2,500 for the city picnic, which is scheduled for July 24th this year. I missed anything, Todd?
I think it's 24th, I think you're right. Yeah, 24th.
Friday.
Yeah, 24th.
Yes. And the fire chief is all excited about us having a balloon contest also, so.
What did we put it on?
Yeah, he's thrilled.
I think it was the same as what, yeah.
And I don't think they don't normally use
No.
all of it.
But I think she wanted up to that point in case we needed it. So, looking forward to seeing everybody on July 24th.
I make the motion.
I'll second that.
Been a motion and a second to allow the committee for the picnic to use up to $2,500 in the Public Relations Fund. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right. Thank you, Noel. I'm sorry, now we're ready for you, Josh. 7th Street acceptance.
Thank you, Mayor. This is for the city, we need council's permission for the city to add, set the one block of 7th Street that we just finished developing into our road inventory. Council just needs to approve it so the mayor can sign it. It's documents, some stuff that needs to be done, and basically stating that there's a road there now.
Did everybody get to drive the road yet?
Yeah, twice now.
Bye.
I know.
So I took my family.
I was so excited. I couldn't help it. But also so happy to see some patching, some utility patching going on too. So, and then what else are we doing there? There,
Restoration work.
restoration. So we're almost done this week with restoration work.
Restoration work at
That's 7th Street.
the back dressing and all that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That was in the bid package for Town Country to do, so.
All right, council.
I'll
Any
make a
other
motion
questions? All
to
right.
accept the 7th Street
Second.
into our inventory.
Got a motion and a second to accept 7th Street in our road inventory. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, thank you, council. Thanks again, Debbie.
Thank you.
Next is our claims approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims.
Second.
Been a motion and a second to approve the claims that were submitted. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone abstain? Thank you. Next is unfinished business and committee reports. I don't have any. And I don't have any administrative comments either. Shelby.
I do not either, thank you.
Mr. Watson.
Great job on the cleanup week as usual. You didn't say anything.
I did. All right. So
Back up.
here we go. Let's back up now. I'm really having a rough night. So my time was Thursday afternoon, and after I was done, I was done. I'm not as young as I used to be. So I get home on Thursday, and then some people in the room here sent me a video, which I didn't appreciate a whole lot. So someone's taking property from one location and moving it to the Friday route to pick it up. This is really upsetting. I mean, to the point that, what are we going to do with stuff like this in the future? Do we need to continue to have this service in the future at all? I think everybody in here understands how much this costs for us to do this. And then to have somebody just blatantly take property that should have been put out at one location and then just move it around to another one is upsetting. Not just that, but I asked the police to go talk to him, and then one of our officers narrowly escaped getting injured by a dog that went right through a window, right through a door. So I hope you understand my frustration when I see this, because when you're out there, you rode the truck before, I don't understand. I mean, you see how hard our guys are working, and great attitude. I mean, even Heath was out there with a decent attitude. I see these things, and it just was frustrating to me that maybe next year we will look at this process. Maybe we have a dumpster set at a certain location at a certain time that people can come and do that. But maybe we get away from finding that person who thinks it's fun to take items from one location and then put it in another. And not to mention, coming from the police side of things, where people come through and take metal that would go back to help offset some of these costs to the city, but they just plurge through the metal at somebody's house at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then the mayor's office gets the phone call going, what are we doing about scavengers at 3 o'clock in the morning? So just, there was a number of things that are a little frustrating with it. Maybe some of our people have gotten too complacent and don't appreciate the service that's being provided. So I hope you understand my frustration. And we'll look at it next year. Yes, sir.
We're going to back up. That individual, that is technically a business and not a residence, so they shouldn't even be putting anything out, period.
Just rub a little more salt there, Bryce. So this, I just want to make sure everybody understands, we're going to look hard at this. I think it's a great service. I've always thought it was a great service, but some people continue to take advantage of it, and it's not acceptable as far as I'm concerned. I mean, we got too many people working too hard to make our city look great, and then one or two individuals make it look bad. So we'll look at how we handle this in the future. All right. Sorry I did have something. Thank you. You won't start.
No, I'm still enough.
Mr. Watson, do you have anything to close?
Thanks, guys. You did a great job. See, that's what we love.
Yeah, that's what we're going to.
But, you know, one of the things I do appreciate is that list that y'all gave out of what will be taken and what will not. And I like that ideal that we follow that. Because some of the stuff that people were putting out when I was going along with you all should have never been picked up. So I do appreciate that, you know. So, great job.
It was great to see the Blacker Field getting used so much this weekend. The place was packed. I did speak with Superintendent Hall. It's a little upsetting to see that they were doing calisthenics and playing baseball in the cemetery. So I requested that she get a sign put up there, and if there was a way to put some teeth to the sign, like a fine or something like that. It's extremely disrespectful and unnecessary.
Do fence or something too. Yeah, we have the whole huge park.
Yet the soccer field is completely empty.
I gotta say that the nachos are also better than expected. But yeah, it was really good to see that stuff going on, and we had just a lot of stuff going on too. A great job, Parks Department, on getting the Hamilton going, along with a lot of friends up there at Filson Park, just kind of hanging out. So I appreciated it. Anything else, sir?
That's it.
All right. Noel.
Just thank you to everyone. Great job on cleanup week. And I did not volunteer to help, but I thought of you all. And just a side note too, I was in Portage, not this past weekend, but last weekend, and for baseball games for my grandkids. And the director said, I've got to go. I've got to head to Rensselaer for a tournament. And so this is kind of cool.
There you
I'm
are.
like, hey, I'm from Rensselaer. No, but it was just cool. So they are utilizing. It's neat to see that people in the region are utilizing our resources. So it's kind of cool.
Kevin?
Yeah, I spent 5 hours Friday morning with the crews picking up the trash and yard waste and other things. Sounds like I should have stayed for lunch. Sounds like you had a pretty good lunch. But I think we all agree that it's a great service for the people of Rensselaer. But for me, the neatest part is to see the employees. Everybody gets along. It's multiple departments.
Teamwork.
There's some locker room kind of goofiness going on, but I think that's neat to see. And nobody had a bad attitude. Everybody pitched in to help, so it's really cool to see that.
And that was Friday.
That was Friday, when everybody was tired.
We're out. Yeah.
Thank you. Anything else?
Nope.
Russ?
Congratulations to the work team for all that. They didn't ask me this year to go volunteer, so I didn't because of my age, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, they did a good job, and it's kind of falling around a little bit, so we got to run on. But anyway, I'll leave. But good job, and it got picked up good, cleaned up good. And the tournament out there was great, too, for 2 days, going every day. Great job there, too. Thank you. Okay.
I highly recommend the nachos. So.
You all the nachos, okay. I'll write it down.
Next is our superintendent's reports. We'll start with Chief Anderson.
Thank you, Mayor. Nothing for council. Board of Public Works did make a conditional offer to Jorge Rios to be our next officer. He is a certified law enforcement officer working with Dyer, 5 years experience. So that's going to save a lot of time and money as far as training goes for the department. So we'll get him sworn in here in the near future to get him started. The radio equipment and dispatch that I mentioned last meeting has been installed. Just working on some minor tweaks to get the settings to where we need them. But other than that, it's up and running well right now. And everybody hopefully got the abandoned vehicle numbers that I sent to you. The total numbers were up as far as vehicles identified and tagged this year from what I remember in years past. But the numbers that we actually had to tow were down, which is always nice. We don't have to tell them that they get taken care of on their own.
So we tow vehicle, does the city pay, or they pay us, or what?
No, it's the tow company comes and gets it and they bill the owner.
They bill the owner, okay.
Other than time, it doesn't cost the city anything.
Okay, good.
And that's all I would have.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Sammons?
I have nothing specific to report, Mayor, but answer any questions.
Thank you. Heather, you're up.
The clerk treasurer's office closed the month end today, so we'll be getting your reports out within the next couple of days.
Ready to look at budgets after every storm that came behind Rensselaer did. So
We'll
really
get those out in a
looking.
couple of days.
Thank you. Jacob?
Thanks, Mayor. Nothing specific to report. I'll be attending IABO training in a couple weeks on Indiana Residential Code down in Greenwood. I actually received one of those demo permits for the house at 225 North Scott today. It's completed. Work orders have been issued to turn off all the utilities there, and they should be moving forward shortly.
I'm trying not to get excited. Right. Chief Hahn, you're up.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple things. Fish fry was another huge success this year. Served right at around 800 in 3 hours, so that's pretty good. The aerial ladder has been tested for its 5-year non-destructive. 0 issues with that truck. I'm happy to report. We're finishing up driver operator course right now and starting into Fire Academy this Thursday night. And then I will be out of town Wednesday for a Indiana Chiefs Executive meeting in Indianapolis.
Chief, could you just advise the council? I know a lot of the council was there at one of the earlier meetings in January, talking about between fire district and fire territory stuff. Maybe even invite some of the council to some of those meetings if they have time to attend. Just briefly touch on that for us.
Sure. So the engineering firm that the county hired, which is K2M, has been doing a study countywide to look to see if we can go district and what it's going to cost. The biggest difference between the district and the territory is The district would be county funded and would be under the umbrella of the county officials. Most of the ones I'm familiar with, the county would then put together a fire advisory board that we would work through. And, basically, we'd all four of the fire departments in the county would be basically one, in a sense. The difference between that and the territory is it goes how you just establish it, but basically the territory for us would look like the city of Rensselaer and Marion Township merging together and then contracting with other townships. The drawback to that is there's not enough, you won't collect as much revenue that way as what you would on a district. So a good example would be, and I'm just making this up, if there was a large development going on somewhere, the county could capture that money. This is say in DeMont, and that funding could possibly be used here in Rensselaer to, buy a new fire truck or something. I don't know what we do with it yet, but that's kind of how it works. To where a territory, that money has to stay within the side of the territory. Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
The study, there's another meeting this Wednesday. So far, the studies that they've done has basically been what we've already told them, is what they're finding out. That these are the amount of runs, this is our struggles, and now with Senate Bill 1 coming, biting us in the hind end, they see what's going to, kind of see what's going to happen, and we're just kind of right there right now. I mean, we haven't made any decisions or anything like that, but the impression I've gotten from the commissioners is they want to continue to move forward. Not a particular date in mind as to if we're going to do this or when we're going to do this, but they still want to go ahead and move forward for the future.
Any questions, council? Thank you for the update. I think it's important that we stay on this. You've got a lot of great momentum moving forward on the fire academy stuff going on, a dedicated group of people out there working. It's certainly appreciated. I just wish there were ways that we could help fund better, and I don't know any other way to do it other than something like this.
Yeah, and speaking of the academy, and I don't mean to take up time here, but the academy is turning out to be more than we expected to be. The driver operator class, for example, that they'll be finishing up this week, we got students coming from Fishers that's staying out here at our hotels. There's another student from Kingford Heights, I think it was, somewhere up near the South Bend area. And they're coming to Rensselaer to be trained, and I think that's just outstanding. I think it goes a long ways for what we're trying to do and what we're accomplishing. I think that's great for a little volunteer department.
No, we're not so little anymore. But
this is true.
Hats off to you. Success has its disadvantages at times, though. But hats off to you. Heath, you're up next.
Thank you. Our linemen have all finished their CDL training. Everyone has their Class A CDL now. We are continuing with the AMI project. We're going to try to get a lot of meters installed this week. We'll be able to get in here next week, so we have to hold up for a while. I think we're at 2,900 electric meters installed now. So we're below 500. So that project's coming along nice. That's pretty much all I have right now.
Digger truck?
Hoping in July. That's the update on them.
They said 3 years. They weren't kidding, were they?
Yeah, it keeps getting pushed back. I'll let Josh laugh at me. Our pickup truck's supposed to be here in June, so we'll see if that shows up then.
Yeah. Well, keep staying with it.
We do have people go for more training this week as well. We've got some IVA safety training, and we're sending some guys to for transformer theory training.
Any questions for Heath? Joseph, you're up.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing for council. Just trying to get things ready for Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you. Todd.
Thank you. The guys are going to start working on valves. It's just maintenance every year, and we're just working on service lines.
Any questions? Bryce.
Thank you, Mayor. The first phase of the lead service line project has winded down. I don't have the numbers in front of me with cleanup week last week, but I believe we were somewhere around 29 addresses, with some of those being dual services. So got a good chunk of the downtown knocked out, and Rex should be moving into town hopefully by the end of this month, early June. And we'll get into the larger aspect of that project, get that wrapped up hopefully by the time fall rolls around this year. 7th Street is, as we had previously mentioned, into the restoration work, getting stop signs put in, all that fun stuff. So glad to get that behind us before the major road paving kicks off. The I-65 project is scheduled to have a meeting tomorrow with the restoration crew on that. Hopefully get a better idea on timeline and get that wrapped up. Last week, I believe it was, right, Josh? You went out and activated the 3rd sewer service out there, and hopefully by the end of this week, we'll have our 3rd water service, which would put all the businesses on the south side of 114 on the city water and sewage. Lastly, the wastewater project. When that project kicked off in the design phases, we were doing some core samples out there. We had our back trying to spot all the underground piping that was existing with the plant we have now. There was an effluent pipe that we backed a trench. We were out there for almost half a day, could not find the pipe. Project got underway when they were excavating for the O2 ditch. They found it. The effluent pipe ran underneath the aeration basin that was demoed, leaving 4 inches of stone cover underneath the concrete that was slated to be poured. So that left us with 2 options: move forward with pouring the concrete or rerouting the pipe and then flow filling that pipe with flowable grout and then moving forward with the underslab work that needed to take place. So if you remember when the project first started, we had a net change order in our favor for a little over $220,000. This change order is rerouting 380 feet of 24-inch gravity sewer from the plant to the Iroquois River. That work includes a manhole and shifting it about 15 feet to the north to get it out away from the O2 ditch. And that comes with a net change of $320,000. So that change order is scheduled to be brought before the Board of Public Works at our special meeting May 18th at 2 p.m., where we will also be opening the farmers market bids.
Any questions for Bryce? Thank you for updating the council. I know with all that stuff goes to the Board of Works, but it's important that the council knows too that the pipe was down there pretty far. I'll just say that.
Yeah, the aeration basin is 13 foot deep, so it was every bit of 14 feet down. And I guess it is worth mentioning there was a significant amount of back and forth. We've been looking at this reroute plan for at least 2 months now, and at one point their number was near 500,000. They were trying to add 55 days to the project. We've got them down to a 12-day add, so we got it more realistic, and it's not like the work has been stalled during this time. They've moved forward with the clarifiers. As I mentioned, the Board of Public Works, they're going to be pouring 650 yards of concrete tomorrow, so there's been plenty of work happening out there. So I'm glad that they were able to negotiate those days down and not be such a hit to what the contingency is in this project.
So when's the expected dates for completion?
February of 2027.
Okay, I could not remember. Yeah. Any questions for Bryce? All right. Anything else, Bryce?
I believe that's it.
Josh, what's going on?
Oh, a lot. I have my walkthrough with Lockmuir Friday in Town and Country for this year's CC&G project. We went through and marked the sidewalks. And the plan is on each street, do one side of the street first, tear out and re-pour, and then come back a week or two later, start on the other side, tear out and pour. That way we hopefully don't run into some of the problems we had last year where they just came and ripped out and they left. So they are slated to start next Monday on Front Street. I while we were out Friday, I did stop at the hair salon and explain to them what's going on. They are good with us trying to do the pour on a Friday so the sidewalk can cure over the weekend so it won't affect their customers. Just wanted to get that out there. Jill, is there anything you want to add on the walkthrough?
No, I think it was good. I think
we have a
set the
good
tone for the
plan.
project. I'm optimistic.
Everything seems to be rolling nicely with that. On the subject of CCMG, Jill also notified us last week that the next call is in September. So we have a list of streets that we put together. It's open for discussion. So if anybody has anything, please send me an email. Yes.
I got it.
Hogan Drive is on it. So anyways, back to cleanup week. I have some numbers. We picked up 8 boxes of electronics, which is down from previous years, which isn't a bad thing. Brush, we picked up 27 loads for a total of 68.85 tons. Yard waste, we picked up 27 loads. That comes out to 47.25 tons. We picked up 84 tires, 12 loads of metal, and we picked up 109, just a hair over 193 tons of trash, which is equivalent, it was 24 trips to the landfill Monday through Friday. We usually average 1 trip a day for 5, so a normal week is 5 trips for a week, so it was a lot of back and forth. It was a good week. I mean, you guys kind of knocked it in the head that they had a good time. And I thank everybody that was able to send anybody. It helps a lot.
How did the numbers compare to last year?
Their trash it's right with last year's numbers. Metal is down, tires is about the same, and yard waste and brush is probably about the same, if not a little worse, but it seems like more and more people bag their grass these days, so. And I guess the most exciting news out of our office is we're supposed to get our back truck back on Wednesday, so.
Yeah, you pick up them little balloons that Chief Han's gonna have out there at the picnic.
We're gonna put it to test.
Any questions for Josh? Thank you. Heather, you're up.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to follow up to what Councilman Rayburn brought up earlier related to some ball teams being in the cemetery. So I reached out to the director of USSSA for the state of Indiana and expressed our concern about that. And so he's going to be in contact with the coaches, letting them know that that is an area that we'd like to, leave alone. It's not for ball playing at all. And I just encouraged him to let them know there's a lot of green space at Brookside. Please utilize that. So we got a lot. He's very cooperative, and he's going to, again, work with his directors and coaches to try to make that a little bit better situation for us. I've been collaborating with Commissioner Hall today on the pool concession stand, working on ADA compliance and also discussing occupant load for the pool as we prepare for a very busy summer at Brookside with our gate fees having been paid. So we're working on not only how many people can we have, but then what other entrances and exits could we utilize too, because our setup with the one entrance at the back is it's not a real good space for smooth flow into the pool if you have a lot of people waiting. So we're looking at some other options for that to make it easier for our patrons. I've been in contact with Hugh from St. John Paving. The trailhead at the south end of Brookside, that concrete, weather permitting, is to be poured on Thursday of this week. Our last USSSA tournament, doesn't mean our last tournament, but our last one with that organization will happen this coming weekend. And then we have another tournament coming in May 30th. We have a Memorial Softball tournament coming. And then also on May 30th, we have a pickleball tournament scheduled. And I want to let you know that we tried a new thing. Not only are we trying new products in our concessions, but we had a lot of problems last year keeping up on Mother's Day weekend at the parks with the concessions and all the people that were there. That's a really big tournament weekend for USSSA. So I reached out to one of our local business people who has a food truck. So the Baz's Roller Eats food truck was out at the park. So that we thought that might be a nice option for people, especially with it being a busy weekend out there. And so that was a great success. So our people who came last weekend are saying, hey, are they going to come back? So I think that's a partnership that we're going to continue to develop and maybe bring in other food trucks and other options out to our tournaments. So that might take a little bit away from our concession stand revenue. I think we're still going to do just fine. But I think what we're doing is finding another way to bring people into our parks through the food trucks. So that's my update for today. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Just an outstanding job by everybody to get those large tournaments moving like that. So hats off to your softball coordinator. I appreciate everything they're doing and just encourage them to keep doing it. Again, the loaded nachos rule. So I did also have to go make an inspection on the food truck, which passed with flying colors. But it's so nice to see so many active people downtown also with what you did with Hamilton and Filson Park. And I'm really, really looking forward to our first Thursday coming up. So, and then hopefully the pool will open on May 23rd.
May 23rd.
So I appreciate everything you're doing, and please keep up the good work and let everybody know that's appreciated. Anything else for Heather? Any questions? Stacy, you have anything for us?
No, Mayor, thank you.
All right. Anybody else? If not,
Motion.
then motion and second to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.